Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
In Israel, Muslim.
Yasha'Allah.
Right? Israel saw his turn. Right. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanah, Shabbat Gadat, Hayah, Ka, Yahweh, Latuka, Taba'ah, Tazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ratiza, Kawa, Hayah, Hashemai, Talanau, Lanawa, Akam, Call, Yawam, Masalak now, Kawaf now, Salat now, Kawafi now, Wala'ah, Tabahai now, Sa 1, Abal, Hawashani wa, Aisha, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'al, Latapar, Lawalam, Aman. This is the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Rocking out. Ba'ashem Allah. Ba'ashem Yashapar. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Waterman. This bless Israel in English. Yahweh. The name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you so be. Right, this is Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayani, Ahari, Ayani, Yawa'ah, Azari, Ma'ani, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Ratiza, Ayatan, Namawat, Galka, Ayinawam, Shamarka, Haina, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashan, Shamamar, Yasha'Allah, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Shamarka, Marka, Yahweh, Yahweh, Zalka, Zalka, Al-Yad, Al-Yad, Yam-Yanka, Yam-Yanka, Yawam, Yawam, Hashemaj, Hashemaj, La'a, La'a, Yakaka, Yakaka, Wa-Yiraq, Wa-Yiraq, Wa-Lahali, Wa-Lahali, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Yashamarka, Kara, Kara, Shamarka, Shamarka, Abnapasha, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yashamar, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Taza'aka, Wa-Wa'aka, Wa-Wa'aka, Mayata, Mayata, Ayn Avalon. Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From which cometh my help? From which cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee, will not slumber. Will not slumber. Behold, behold, he that keepeth Israel, shall neither slumber nor sleep. Neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out. The Lord shall preserve thy going out, and thy coming in, and thy coming in. From this time forth, and even forevermore. Even forevermore. All right, Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayy, Al-Hayy, Al-Damika, Al-Damika, Al-Dakarash, Al-Dakarash, Al-Dashakwat, Al-Dashakwat, all, Kayahana, Kayahana, Awadika, Awadika, Yamayawam, Yamayawam, Ra'ash, Ra'ash, Amaka, Amaka, Lakawa, Lakawa, Ya'ayawam, Ya'ayawam, Sawada, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'atazawa, Wayata, Ra'atazawa, Altazakawanyaka, Altazakawanyaka, Amarwa, Amarwa, Akawa, Wala Kakina, Wala Kakina, Gowa, Gowa, Wala Ayazaka, Wala Ayazaka, Sham Yasha'Allah, Sham Yasha'Allah, Awada, Awada, Kaya, Kaya, Atazawa, Atazawa, Laba, Laba, Yakadwa, Yakadwa, Aulika, Aulika, Baya, Baya, Yakawakwa, Yakawakwa, Ahawya, Ahawya, Alawam, Alawam, Ayashama, Ayashama, Alayam, Alayam, Awa'aba, Awa'aba, Awagori, Awagori, Gabal, Gabal, Wamawam, Wamawam, Wamalak, Wamalak, Halishah, Halishah, Hamnishabi, Hamnishabi, Tazawar, Tazawar, Lamashawar, Lamashawar, Nalawa, Nalawa, Imam, Imam, Aliyawa, Aliyawa, Zarawah, Zarawah, Labayilawat, Labayilawat, Salah, Salah, Aishalaham, Aishalaham, Kamagin, Kamagin, Kasayah Sara'ah, Kasayah Sara'ah, Kayagin, Kayagin, Baraka'al, Baraka'al, Bayashma, Bayashma, Nashabwa, Nashabwa, Bayandara, Bayandara, Hayawa, Hayawa, Damai, Damai, Laidama, Laidama, Shayatamu, Shayatamu, Nadayabamo, Nadayabamo, Kara, Kara, Wakazaba, 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 Wakazazamana, Wakazazamana, Kanayasakamu, Kanayasakamu, Ashar, Ashar, Amawa, Amawa, Ayrisha, Ayrisha, Nanawa, Nanawa, Ah, Nawa, Nawa, Alayam, 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 Shayatamu, Shayatamu, Kagauga, Kagauga, Kakwash, Kakwash, Labanya Rakab, Labanya Rakab, Ka'ash, Ka'ash, Taba'ira Ya'ira, Taba'ira Ira, Wakalahaba, Wakalahaba, Balahat, Balahat, Arayam, Arayam, Matarapat, Matarapat, Masarika, Masarika, Mabaska Wapapa, Mabaska Wapapa, Tabalaham, Tabalaham, Mala'a, Mala'a, Panyaham, Panyaham, Palawan, Palawan, Wayabakwashu, Wayabakwashu, Shaka, Shaka, Yahawah, Yahawah, Yabashu, Yabashu, Wayabahawa, Yahabahawa, Ayai, Ayai, Wayakaparu, Yakaparu, Wayabadwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Wayadaiwa, Wayata, Wayata, Shaka, Shaka, Yahawah, Yahawah, Labaka, Labaka, Ayawan, Ayawan, Alkahar Ratazah, Alkahar Ratazah. This is Psalm 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. And be not still. O Yahweh. O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. Thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee. And they that hate thee. Have lifted up the head. Have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden one. And consulted against thy hidden one. They have said. They have said. Come. And let us cut them off. Let us cut them off from being a nation. From being a nation. That the name of Israel. The name of Israel may be no more remembered. May be no more remembered. For they have consulted together. They have consulted together with one consent. One consent. They are confederate against thee. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. Of Moab. And the Hagarid. And the Hagarid. Gebal. Gebal. And Ammon. And Ammon. And Amalek. And Amalek. Philistine. Philistine. With the inhabitants of Tyre. The inhabitants of Tyre. Assur has also joined with them.
So he was also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of light.
They have hope in the children of light.
Say Lot.
Say Lot.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
To the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
Sarah.
As to Jabin.
And
the brook of Kison.
The brook of Kison.
Which parents had endured.
Parents that endure.
They have become as dung for the earth.
Become a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
Like Zed.
Like Zed.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of Sabbath.
All the princes of Sabbath.
And as Zamuna.
As Zamuna.
Who have said.
You have said.
Let us take unto ourselves. The houses of God in possession.
The house of God in our possession.
Oh my Yahweh.
Oh my Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wind.
As a stubble before the wind.
As a stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them. With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
Oh
Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou whose name alone.
Thou whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth. Right. If Israel saw his turn. Father God, be seated. All right. All right. Where we left off at here? Exodus chapter 31 and 13. Okay. All right, we talking about, we come around time when Moses was going up in the Mount Sinai, and when the Lord was giving our people all our laws, statutes, and commandments that we live by, right? This is the time we got our governing body and how to conduct ourselves in the world, right? No matter where you at, how important this stuff was. And we're going to always show you how it lines up until today in 2025, all right? Even keeping today what we're doing with the Sabbath service and what's coming this week with the Lord's Passover, which you should be at, right? These are the Lord's ordinances that you are ordered to be at, to be a part of, and never miss it, right? All right, we are definitely in hell, you know what I'm saying? Of course, so things do happen where you can't make it, or you can't get there. It does not mean you stop fighting to get there, all right? Let's get that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 31, beginning at verse 13. Wayatha, Debar, All, Vanayah, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Shabbatayah, Tashamarai, Kaya, Awak, Hawa'ah, Mayanaya, Wabayana, Yakam, Ladara, Yakam, Ladaya, Kaya, Anaya, Yahweh, Makwada, Shakam. Verse 14. Washamar, Ratham, Hashabah, Kaya, Quadash, Hawa, Lakam, Makal, Laya, Mawah, Yawama, Kaya, Kal, Aisha, Baha, Malakah, Wanakarata, Hanapash, Hahawa'a, Makara, Amaya, verse 15. Shishak, Yamayam, Ya'aisha, Mala'aka, Wabayawam, Hashabayaya, Shabbat, Shabbat1, Quadash, Layahawa, Call, Aisha, Malakah, Bayayam, Salah, Bayawam, Hashabat, Mawat, Yawamah, verse 16. Washamawa, Banaya, Yasha'ala, Ashabah, La'ai, Shawat, Hashabah, Ladar, Ladartham, Barayah, Iwalam, verse 17. Bayanaya, Wabayan, Banaya, Yasha'ala, Awad, Hawa'ah, La'ilam, Kaya, Shisha, Yamya, Aisha, Yahweh, Aishayam, Wa'ah, Ha'arataza, Wabayawam, Hashabaya, Ya'ai, Hashabaya, Ayah, Shabbat, Waya Napash, verse 18. Wayathan, all, Mashah, Kakala, Tawa, Ladabar, Atawa, Bahar, Sanaya, Shanaya, Lakah, Ha'adara, Lakah, Aban, Katabanyam, Ba'a, Tazabaya, Ba'a, Alahayim. Exodus chapter 32 and verse 1. Wayara'ah, Ha'ai, Kaya, Bashash, Mashah, Lara Da, Man, Hahara, Wayakwahal, Ha'ain, Al, Aharan, Wayamar, Alayawa, Kawam, Aisha, Lanawa, Alahayim, Ashar, Yalakaw, Lapan, Yanawa, Kaya, Zah, Mashah, Hayayash, Ashar, Ha'ai, Lanawa, Ma'arataza, Matarazari, La'a, Yada, Nawa, Maha, Haya, Lawa.
That's a good read. Wow. All right, you want to read the English? 13 and down.
Come. The book of Exodus chapter 31, verse 13. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily, my Sabbaths ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations.
Right, and this is what we're doing today, keeping the Sabbath service. Everything we are doing a rehearsal for the kingdom. But this is the order from the Lord, to keep your Sabbath service. Keep all his holy convocations that he says to keep. Not your holidays, not your Easter honey, the Easter bunnies, Valentine's, whatever else you do that's not in this Bible. The Lord didn't tell you to do. Right. You should be paying attention right now that the stuff the Lord tells you to do is going to be work out glorious for you. Stuff that you do in the world, you on your own with that. You might have a great time or you might die. You're just gambling with your life at this point. All right? Keep going.
Come, that ye may know that I am the Lord that does sanctify you. Verse
you understand? Sanctify is what? That's protection, right? That's a part of separation. And you want to be separated when a terrorist comes in the room, right? You understand? When you got the Spirit of the Lord with you, you being in a room can actually deter something from even happening. Right. The Lord does not want to kill you. So if he knows something happens in this room you at, you could die. That's the Lord being with you. You know what I'm saying? Not that hocus pocus stuff in Christianity. The stuff is not happening when you're in the room. Sometimes when you serve the Lord and nothing happens, sometimes people get like, oh, I didn't see no miracle. The miracle was you didn't get killed that day. Right. You supposed to die right then and there. That's what our people don't realize. It's not always just a flare and song and dance and a lot of hype. Sometimes it's you making it through that day. All right, keep going.
Come. Verse 14. Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death.
That's a death sentence, man, to not be a part, not come to you to observe the Sabbath service, all right? Observe the orders. Of course, our job as priests is to come and do the work of the Lord. But also, if you are not a priest, you'll try to not go to work that day, right? You try to not do things you would do on a regular day. Now, of course, if you have to go to work, if your job schedules you, you have to do that, right? Nobody's saying that, right? The Lord knows where you're at, but it's not the case for everybody, right? Sometimes you can make it to Sabbath. Sometimes you can go do the work of the Lord. You got to make sure you're not in that spirit. Guess what it just said? It said what? You will surely do what?
You will surely be put to death.
That's a death sentence. All right? Keep going.
Come. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
Your soul shall be cut off. I mean, you will lose the Spirit of the Lord for going to do something you don't have to do on the Sabbath service. And the Lord knows. How you going to the Lord? Oh, I got to work. You really ain't got to work. You chose to go work that day. You chose overtime. You chose to go be with them, and lay up with your woman all day. You can do that after you observe the Sabbath service, right? So a lot of people do not think like that, right? It's really on a few hours out your day sometimes, depending on what you got going. Our bird is a priest. We have to go to Sabbath service, then go to camp, right? Travel across places. That's the work of a priest. If you're not a priest, if you're a citizen, it's a few hours out your day. Right. Because the Sabbath was made for you. Once you get that orders to the Lord, you did the same thing when you went to church. You did the exact same thing. You made shoes in there every Sunday morning, hallelujah, and hamana, hamana, hamana. Do it for the true God. You were serving Satan then. You didn't know that. Right. Now you're doing it for the actual God that can affect things in your life. All right? Keep going.
Call will come, verse 15. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 16. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations, right, for a perpetual covenant.
Right. Perpetual means forever. So it's going to go on forever. We're always going to have this Sabbath service forever, even in the kingdom. So how they go on, you got to pass that on to a younger generation. Right. If your child doesn't want it, you find other young people that need this. That's how we lose ourselves. We don't bring in the young people and show them this stuff here too. It's going to be forgotten again. You're going to start all the way over. This is always went on. If it's not passed on to the right people that as a younger age is going to come up in this truth, they would have caught up in whatever was going on. That's how we think we were damn Africans, right? We went to Africa, was over there 1,400 years. Now we think we was over there putting rings in our nose and flying around trees, but that's their culture. Right? Keep going.
Come. Verse 17. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. Verse 18. Right. And he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai.
Right. And also, I want to tap on that refresh part. Sometimes ain't nothing wrong with you getting some sleep that day. Right? That's why the Christ said what? Sabbath made for man, man made for Sabbath. Right? That's also a day. If you don't have to work, if you did come and serve the Lord already, you got the rest of the day. Get some rest. Don't go out and down and hustle and bustle and think about, how much money I can make today or something like that. Just sometimes relax your mind. Right. After you've acknowledged the Most High in that day. Right? Go ahead.
Come. And gave unto Moses when he had made of him an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai 2 tables of testimony, tables of stone written with the finger of God.
Right, understand. Them stones, them 10 commandments he originally written out, and he wrote on them stones the commandments he gave Moses directly from God. Now, for those of you that don't believe that, then what are we talking about? We're talking about God. You have to sometimes realize, okay, this is God we're talking about. You saying, oh, how did he write this? He God. Right. We're talking about the actual real God. So yes, he was able to do that. That's when you want to take out the fairy tale in your mind. This is the creation of our civilization. So you're going to hear things. You're going to say, oh damn, well, how did he do that? How did his finger get down there? You want to ask all these crazy questions, but you won't stop eating pork. Right. You won't stop smoking weed. You won't stop sleeping with whores or being a whore. Do that part first, and it'll come to you. Right. The scriptures say that follow these laws and follow these instructions first. Then you'll get into the more somewhat mystical things of the Bible and fully understand them in your mind. But you're not going to ever understand this type of stuff. You don't want to just stop with thou shalt not covet. Don't hate your brother or sister without cause. You can't even do that part. So why would you understand anything more than that? Right? All right. Keep going.
Now, we're is the book of Exodus chapter 32, verse 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him.
Now understand, Moses went up into the mount of God to get the laws, to understand the Most High fully so he can put these laws on paper, right? He needed to be around the Most High for a certain time. So you understand, a lot of the commandments came from Moses, but he had to get that spirit of God on him to do it correctly, right? He had to understand what the Most High wanted, what he likes, what he doesn't like, in order for him to convey that to us. So he was up there for 40 days, which to a small-minded person is a long time. When you need somebody over you all day saying, don't do this, don't do that. That's somebody who got a demon on them anyway. So you need that. Now, in the beginning of coming into something, yes. But after you saw this man part the Red Sea, frees you out of slavery, got manna coming from heaven, all these major miracles he just performed, and you telling me he can't be gone for a month to go and get you to show you how to govern yourself to where you can always see this stuff in your life? So we can make that the creator of them miracles you just saw operate in your life every day. A month and maybe a week and a half. These are the kind of people that we were. That was us. This is us. This is our spirit that we was in this time coming out of Egypt. Being some ungrateful bastards. Right? That's why we had to go through all the slaveries and the oppressions and things we went through. Because of things like this. Now watch what they finna ask Aaron after Moses gone for a certain amount of time. Go ahead.
Con. The people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what he is become of him.
Right. They don't know where he is. Where is Moses? So since we don't know where Moses is, let's go do what the hell we want to do. Let's not sit tight and be good human beings. It's crazy how we think, right? Right. Keep going. That was 7. All right, man. I'm going to pick up that Hebrew right here. I'm going to Exodus 32 and 2. Wayamar, Alaham, Aharak, Gorakwa, Nazamia, Hazahah, Ashar, Baazania, Nasa Yakam, Bana Yakam, Wabana, Tayakam, Wa'aba, Ya'awa, Aliyah, verse 3. Wayata, Parakwa, Call, Haim, Off, Nazayam, Hazaha, Ashar, Ba'a, Zana Yam, Zana Yaham, Waya, Bayawa, All, Ahawak, verse 4. Wayakwak, Wayadam, Wayatazawa, Wayatazal, Atawa, Bakarat, Wayai, Shahawa, Ipal, Mazaka, Waya'a, Mayawa, Alaha, Alahayak, Yasha'ala, Aisha, Ha'alawak, 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 Ma'arai, Matazariyam, verse 5, Wayara, Aharawa, Wayabawa, Mazabak, Laga Yanawa, Laga Yawa, Wayakura, Ahara, Waya Amar. Or not. Listen there. Kaga, La'aha, Wawa, Makawa, Waka. Verse 6. Wayashaka. Verse 6. Waya, Shaka, Mawa. Mama Kara, Waya Ilawa, Ila, Waya Gashawa, Salamaya, Waya Shah, Ha'ain, La'akal, Washitawa, Waya Kwa, Mawa, Nataza Kakwa, Nataza Kakwa, Waya, verse 7. Waya Debar, Yahweh, all, Masha'ah, Lat, Rad, Kaya, Shaka, Imad, Ashar, Ha'alayah, Ma'ara'ah, Matazariyam, verse 8. Sarawah, Maha'ah. That one there. Mawah, Hadabarak, Aisha, Tazawa, Yatam, Shayawa, Laham, Igal, Masaka, Washita, Kawawa, Lawa, Waya, Lawa, Zabakawa, Lawa, Laya, Amawa, Allah. Allah Salaki. Allah Hayek. Yasha Allah. Ashar. Ha'ai Lawak. Ma'ara. Matazawiyah. Right? You get English stuff?
Exodus chapter 32, verse 2. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me.
Right. This is one of the reasons Aaron did not make the kingdom and got killed by the Most High. They came to him. He was left in charge. They came to him and said, we don't know what's going on with Moses. What should we do? This is his idea to take all the earrings, the gold they was given out of Egypt, and do this. Right? Keep going.
Verse 3. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. Verse 4. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graving tool. After he had made it a molten calf, and they said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
That's crazy. That they did the same thing. Everything, these miracles they saw, they stood up there and said, "This is our God. These be thy gods." What they tell you about our people, man? They say that you had a living power doing some work for you. You made something that you pulled off your ear, and you say, "This is our God that brought us out of Egypt." We need visuals. We're too caught up in the actual having a thing. That's why you love that Christmas tree, right? That's why you like dressing up on Halloween. That's why you love that damn turkey for Thanksgiving. You have to be caught up in a physical idol that's in our place, that's in your face, that controls you, right? It's a mental defect that our people have been going through from all the way back in these times here. These are thousand years ago. They want to be a credit to something that they made with their own hands. That's why our people so caught up always in cars and houses and money. It's a tangible thing that's in front of you that literally controls you. Even though you make it, even though you got the power to go to work and make your money, you can burn that Christmas tree down. You can burn your house. It can leave you. That controls your everyday living. Right? That's the problem we had all the way back to Adam. When the Most High dealt with him, something in front of him, which was his woman, and what was going on around them, allowed him to fall weak like that. So that's a thing that we always have to fight. Don't get caught up in what's in front of you. The physical thing you're looking at cannot be your God. All else hides your God. If you can look at something and control, this is it. You're the God of this. I'm the God of this cup, right? But you talking about a being that we're telling you the earth is his footstool. Don't you want that being on your side? Don't you want that to decide whether or not your daughter grows up to be a whore or your son becomes a homosexual? So like, what's the correct term? Labico. I'm gonna say labico. You know what I'm saying? And don't you want a being like that to work on that? Because a lot of your enemies, the Lord works on their heart. He decides how they're gonna deal with you. He decides if they're gonna press the button on you, affect your money, affect your lifestyle. Something tangible has no meaning on it. Right? Keep going.
Overcome, verse 5. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord.
Made up his own damn feast day. His own feast day. Right there. As soon as he did that. Right? It also tells you a lot about how Aaron wanted that position. Right? The Lord knew what he was doing. And the only reason Aaron was involved is, of course, because Moses said he wasn't an adequate speaker. You know what I'm saying? But this right here shows the intentions of the brother as soon as he gets in charge, what his intentions were, right? To make this the God, right? Something that he told them to do, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have the staff in his hand. He didn't get the glory that Moses was given. He couldn't do that because the Lord wasn't dealing with him, he was dealing with Moses. Now he's making the sin that the Lord is dealing with him. All right, keep going.
Come, verse 6. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play.
Right.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves.
Right. Lord had to tell Moses, all right, it's been fun, you got to get back down. These people need your constant guidance. See, the Lord was noticing stuff. That's why we serve a living power. The Lord was noticing stuff about us as we go. Like, look at this shit. That's why he thought about killing our ass. That's why in his mind he said, I'm going to get rid of these people. And just build a whole new nation for Moses. Right? Because he was sitting there watching it. And you got to understand, that's how the Lord working right now. He's watching you. He's watching how you operate. And you're going to have times where you get knocked down by your demon. Are you going to get up? Are you going to lay in your sin? Are you going to lay in what you got going on? Or are you going to try to fight it? And they had a little loneliness from Moses being gone, a little, I guess you call it separation anxiety from their leader. And they went and built a damn calf. And called it God and gave it the credit that the Lord, and the Lord is not play about who you give credit to. Right. That's how Moses ended up dying. He took credit for something he did not do. Even though you saw the staff in his hand. He saw the staff in his hand. He could have told that on a tangible end, he could say that was me. But it wasn't him. That's why he was killed. All right, keep going.
Come, verse 8. They have turned aside quickly.
All right, keep going.
Come. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it and have sacrificed thereunto and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Right. They did this very quickly. Like a little weak whore. Right. When you wait from your husband for too long, you go sleep around. Right. That's what we are. That's what we were. That's what we did. We didn't have that guidance. We committed adultery against the Most High God, just like that. That's the spirit you got to understand, that with how the Most High was seeing us at that time. Right? All right. Okay, brother. In Israel, imagine. Now tell the doc, state your registry.
When now tells the doc, Banya Howard, Banya Shala.
When now tell the doc, Banya Howard, Banya Shala.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakam.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakam. Pick up at Exodus 32 and verse 9.
Wayam Ra, Yahweh, Allah, Mashaha, Wayataya, Ata, Hayam, Hasaha, Wayanaha, Amma, Washa, Hayapa, Hayaa, Hawaya, verse 10, Hadaha, hana yakaha la ya wayaka ra apa ya wayam waya kalayam waya shaha aya the cup the gawa the yawa la 11 waya kala masaha mata halaya yahaw ala yawa wahaya wahayam ya waya hayam ra lamaniha yahaw hakaya ha amka bayam ka ashar Mawataza a hata Mawataza al ta Marataza Matazara Hayam Baka Gudawayla Wabayada Kazakwaha for 12 Lamaha Hayam Raiwa Matazara Yam Layam Mara Marayaha Hawataza Yaom Lakara Ga Atom Bahara Yama Walayaka Latoyom Mayala Hanaya Hayada Yam Ha Shawa Makara Wayana Apana Apaka Wayana Kayam Allah Haya Horaya Ha Lakayam Ka verse 13 Zechariah Layam Wayahaw Yom Laya Tazakwa Walaya Shara Abayada Haka Shah Nashaba Ta Laham Baka Watayada Bora Alahayam Arabaha, Ata, Zaraya, Kayam, Kakawa, Kaka, Kabaya, Hasham, Yam, Wakala, Haratiza, Haza'ata, Ashar, Amara, Zaya, Atana, Lazara, Akayam, Wanakaya, Walakala, Wala Allah, Yum. Verse 14. Verse 9. 15. Wanaya, Kayam, Yahweh, Allah, Morayaha, Ashar, Deborah, La'ashawata, La'ayam, verse 15. Wayapana, Wayarada, Mashaha, Mana, Ahara, Wanaya, Alakata, Hayadata, Bayada, Lakata, Kata, Yam, Masha, Naya, Abara, Yam, Mazaha, Wayam, Zaha, Hayam, Kata, Wayam.
Good read. All right, read English.
This is book of Exodus chapter 32 verse 9. And the Lord said to Moses, I have seen these people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Stiff-necked people. That means you hold your head up like that. You don't look left or right. You're walking forward. That's where your feet want to go. Not thinking, not paying attention, which is a hard thing to deal with. Stiff-necked individual, period, is somebody who usually deserves death because they're not going to listen. All right, keep going.
Come. Verse 10. Now, therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation.
So the Lord is fed up. He's fed up. Just let you know the most high God, it's a terrible thing to fall in his hands of terrible power when he's angry with you. Okay? Because he has emotions, which is the best word to use in that situation. He can be, it's not just a stalemate. That's why people like these things like that, to worship gold, to worship tangible. This doesn't have emotions. You can do what the hell you want to do if you worship this cup, this golden cup, or the money in your pocket, or your car. It's not going to wake up one day and say, you know, I'm going to kill your ass. Right? It's not going to wake up one day and say, you know what, this is what I'm going to start doing to you. This is how I'm going to handle you. Now, if you're a person that wants to do wickedness, that's going to bother you, because you don't want a God that, okay, if I go smoke weed for a year, I may get lung cancer for the rest of my life. If I go sleep with this boy tonight, I might get AIDS for the rest of my life. You want a God that's over there. You want to go sleep with your whores, sell your drugs, and tell lies. And that thing can't do nothing to you. That's why the Christian church is the way it is, because that's what the Christian church is. You can go in there and do what the hell you want to do, but it's not going to move in terms of how you come into them doors. You can always come to church and be to shot somebody, be a whore, a lesbian or LGBTQ, whatever.
Right.
And nobody's gonna check you for it. That's the same spirit, right? But in here, guess what? You're gonna be accountable for what you do. Right. All right, keep going.
Come, verse 11. And Moses besought the Lord, his God, and said, Lord, why dost thou wrath wax hot against thy people,
Right.
which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand?
Right. So Moses, knowing how his people is the very reason why he probably was hesitant to speak to them in the first place, saying, no, they're not gonna listen to me. He already knew how his people was. Right?
Right.
But the Lord dealing with us in this process is like, oh, these people crazy. They got me effed up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You think you're gonna build a golden calf in my name? So Moses is gonna plead on our behalf right here. But the Lord is about to do what? Read.
Come, verse 12. Wherefore should the Egyptians speak and say, for mischief did he bring them out, to slay them in the mountains, and to consume them from the face of the earth?
Right. Now the Lord just told Moses that I will raise a nation from you. He said, I will bring a nation from thee, meaning Moses would keep him a woman, and it would start a whole nation from them women. He probably be Moses, and however many wives he need, and start having seeds with them women to rebuild his nation. That was the Lord willing to do.
Right.
Right? Moses said, you know what? Don't do that, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Do not kill these people. Give them another shot. Keep going.
Come. Turn from thy fierce wrath, and repent of this evil against thy people.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. Remember,
Moses telling the Most High to repent. Right? Just imagine how powerful that is. Right? So what does that tell you about salvation of people? Yeah, the scriptures talk about 2/3. Right? But we don't talk about 2/3. Our goal is to do what? Our hope is what? I'm gonna get the precept. Anybody get it before I get it? What's the precept of that? Moses right now, the Lord is about to kill us, right? Right? Because we're doing wrong. Scriptures talk about a time when Christ comes back, when there are going to be people that get murdered, there are going to be people that die by the hands of Christ and his angels. Right? Being a righteous man in truth, what is our goal? What do we want? Go ahead.
I know what we want.
Yeah. What should we want? If the scriptures say when Christ comes back, a lot of our people, family members, all of our people are going to die because they did not follow him. They had the opportunity to do it, right? Just like we did. Make a choice. They chose not to. Christ is going to come back, right?
Right.
People are going to die. His vessel is going to be dipped in blood. What do we really want? What should you really want? Go ahead.
To rule with Christ.
Yeah, but what should we want for our people? Them same people that didn't listen.
We want them to be able to repent, to be able to, I guess, start over.
Okay, I'm going to give you the precept. Give me Romans 11 and... Romans 11 and yeah, Romans 11 and 25.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery,
Right.
Lest ye should be wise in your own conceits.
Right.
That blindness is what happened to Israel.
Right.
Until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in.
Right. And this ain't gonna be wise in your own conceit. We came into this truth, but you should never be that person that I want my cousin to catch lung cancer. I want him to get shot in the head because he didn't listen to me the next day. You should be wise in your own conceit. Because we should have been killed before we came into this truth. Right? We were blessed enough to come in before it happened. And guess what? We don't do right in this truth. The Lord will put a spirit on you where you leave the truth and still get killed. Right? So you should never be so pompous in your own conceit. Give me that one come back. Sit back up. Keep reading.
Verse Romans chapter 11, verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is
You good? Straight. All right. Keep going.
Romans chapter 11, verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved.
And so all Israel shall be saved. That's your hope for all your people to get saved. All right? Keep going. I mean, we can go back to Exodus. That's a precept. That was the goal of Paul, right? You know all the stuff Paul did right there. He said, as I pray that all of Israel be saved. You want all of our people to be saved. So your goal out here is never to say you're going to be in the 2/3, right? Even though you didn't listen to me this whole time, we've been out in camp. You see, I gave my whole life up for this truth. Changed who I was. Changed my family dynamic. And you didn't listen. You laughed and mocked at me. When the Lord deal with you, I'm still going to feel bad for you. I'm not going to be happy. That's why the scripture say, don't look for the day of the Lord. You should look for the day of the Lord when he's going to come and kill everybody. You should hope and say, okay, I got all my people with me. All my people join me.
Right.
That's what you should want. Right? How it goes is going to be up to the Most High. But you should never be happy to see stuff like that. That's the spirit that Moses was in right here. He was in that spirit where he was like, you know what? You know, don't do that. You know, basically, even though they're wrong, don't be mad at them. They were like this when we met them. Right? Keep going.
Verse 13. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thy own self,
right,
and saidest unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven,
right,
and all this land that I have spoken of you I will give unto your seed.
And this is Moses reminding him of the covenant. That's how you know he made the Lord mad. He reminded him of the covenant that he made with our forefathers. He would not get rid of us, even though we deserve it. The Lord Most High is a man of his word. He got so angry. That lets you know how the Lord feels about you giving anybody any type of credit over him. Right? That lets you know how serious it is. He almost broke his own word just because we did this. Right? Right. All right, keep going.
And they shall inherit it forever. Verse 14. And the Lord repented of the evil which he thought to do unto his people.
Right, and the Lord repented, right? That lets you know we serve a living God, man. It lets you know do not play with the Most High because He will up and just destroy you. Right? And guess what? He was talking about killing the whole nation. That don't mean He still won't kill us individually.
Right.
Because He did do this. Right?
Right.
He did do this. You're going to find out the very man just treated on our case, the Lord ended up killing him. So you serve, when I see that, I see a monster. You want to talk about a monster, a gangster? Somebody you got to watch him step around? You talk about the God in His Bible, man. Right. That's a real gangster. You good with him one day, you cross him if you want to. Right. He may wipe out everything around you and then kill you. That's the definition of gangster to me. You know what I'm talking about? That's somebody you don't want to play with. Right. All right.
Verse 15. And Moses turned and went down from the mountain, and the 2 tables of testimony were in his hand. The tables were written on both of their sides, on the one side and on the other were they written.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there. We keep bringing down them commandments right here. All right. What we're gonna find out next week is what happened when Moses, what he had to do when he came down. Because don't make no mistake about it, Moses was upset about this too. He had to do things behind this happening to make it right with the Lord. All right, we're gonna get into that next week. All right. All right. Men of Israel, Imagine, and that Lord's Prayer. This is what we're gonna read. All right. I'm gonna say Solomon's turn. Solomon's turn.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw, Bashamai, Badash, Ayah, Shukah, Yahweh, Lak, Tazah, Ayah, Shah, Baratazah, Nawah, Ayah, Shemai, Thulanaw, Kam, Hall, Yawam, Asalaknaw, Asalaknaw, Wala'ah, Tabaya'ah now, Manasai one, Paul, Hoshah now, Mayan, Ra, Yah, Lakah, Amalakwa, Waha'Allah, Waha'Pathaparah, La'awalanyam, Amman.
Right. Lord's Prayer in English.
Our Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Right. This is real Solomon's turn. I like the courtesy salute. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Imagine Tah. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Barak. Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahushua. Imagine Tah. Passes yeah.
Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs, no matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth, and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need, because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.